match here with Prowess. Probably the first time it's been at least semi-viable since the Nadu days, when people were hitting him with a smooth criminal. I mean, hitting them with Become Immense and Double Strike and all that nonsense, hoping to cheese people out before Nadu could do its thing. I think Cori Steel is definitely a card that these style of decks really needed, because Modern has become a format very much about removal spells, good premium removal. There was one point in time long ago in a galaxy far, far away where Modern basically had Bolt and Path to Exile, and that was your only really playable one mana interaction. Sand is, I would normally not keep this, but with 2 Preordains, I think we are likely to find some type of threat, so I will go ahead and keep it, although it is not exactly your ideal Prowess opener. Especially against what looks to be Amuleto. So, being a slightly slower opening is not where we want to be. Let's see if I can find a threat. And then, alright, DRC is a threat, but not a good one in this situation. We really probably want Slick Shot or Cori Steel, possibly Swizzle Spear, although I don't think it's going to matter because I think we're going to be dead on turn 3. But opponent's got a Spelunking. Could play an extra land, they chose not to, so. Alright, so could get a basic mountain here. I think I'm just gonna get the DRC, play the Bobble. I think I am gonna keep that on top. Bobble our opponents, see what they got. Another Urza Saga. Play a Preordain, keep that on top. Keep that on top. And hope we don't die on turn 3. Violent Urge. Opponent will have 2 copies of oh, they made a Construct. Okay, that's probably good for us then. So we're missing an instant in the graveyard. So I'm going to go ahead and fetch my other. Go ahead and play Slick Shot. Go ahead and bolt this. Then on top in case we need to rebuild. Should easily have the tools to kill them this turn. It is possible we were supposed to push with Mutagenic, but I feel like we need Mutagenic at this turn specifically, when we're able to potentially double strike our way to things. Yikes. Okay, so Amulet's not having their turn 3 wipe you out draws like when I played my combo deck over on the main channel the other night. Okay, EI we knew about. Okay. Yep, that's raw damage, so That to hand, that to exile, that in exile. Go ahead and preordain. Go put that in the graveyard. Bottom, top. And when we cast this, we get to put that in the graveyard. And then just go ahead and deal with that. Down our opponents, and they are dead. Guess they could have endurance here, so immunogenic will get us out of that. But I don't think they really play anything utility-wise like that right now in the main deck. Their deck is pretty streamlined for the analyst builds, and they don't have room for that. So, ain't got no time for that. Consigns probably come in here. Torpor Orb's a little mid. Maybe. Could conceivably bring in Meltdown. I think we bring in the Consigns over Bolts. Don't over sideboard, especially with reactive style cards, which this really only hits two specific things that we care about, that being amulets and, well, I guess amulets, Urza Saga triggers, and Titan triggers. So it's entirely possible you're not supposed to bring these in, but we'll try it. Because Bolt isn't great in the matchup. I leave in Lava Dart more because it triggers more copies of Prowess. It obviously doesn't kill much of anything either, but we'll keep it, but no turn one play is a little questionable. We get to attack with a 2/2 on turn 2. Maybe that alone is a reason to leave in Bolt. Triggered ability. If we were on the play, that would be so much better. It's like, well, that's a thing. See, I've also been wondering if messing around with a burn variant with stock up and kind of putting in consign as not almost a joke card, but almost like, you know, obligatory anti-Eldrazi tech. And part of me wonders, you're never going to block with that, so you may as well attack with it. Alright, well... Cori Steel Cutter, Swift Spear. Okay. So the fun part is we still get the 1/1 even if they will say joue us. So I was hoping to say that for the Aftermath Analyst, but Preordain. Can we string together lethal this turn? It's like, am I playing around another consigned to memory? Don't think they can play, well, I don't know that they can play an amulet or a spelunking and still be able to activate Aftermath Analyst. So I do think we have them here. Alright, and their opponent concedes. Nice. Alright, hand number 2. This one is interesting. So we're on the play, or on the draw. We're in game number 1. Would you keep this hand? I don't know. It's like if this hand had think we keep for posterity or for science, but It's really close. Like if this were a preordain, I'd pretty easily keep his hand. But I think it is a bit up against the mirror match. Unlikely. But I do think I am going to go ahead and shock in. Play a Swift Spear. I want to kill this, more power to him. Dredge. Creeping Chill. What in Lord Almighty's Earth is Lava Dart doing in their deck? Looks like ordinary Dredge, and then it just doesn't. Okay, I mean, they're hitting their cards they want to hit. Mountain. Select shot. Okay, let's see if they're just Dredge playing Lava Dart for some weird reason, or if they're some weird build of something. Still looks like Dredge to me. Why on earth would they play a Lava Dart, though? Is that... Yeah, I think they should have saved their fetch land for after the thing, trigger the Blood Gas, which would then trigger their amalgams. But all the better for us, I guess. Problem is, 3 of their Creeping Chills are already gone, so that's... Wouldn't mind seeing another land here. Basic Mountain. Mishra's Wobble. Wobble you. Lava Dart you. Violent Urge. When the heck was this card printed? Duskmourn. Don't know that it's better than Monstrous Rage, but by golly is it impressive. Well, we want the one of Tormod's Crypt. It's been a minute since I've looked at... Triggered ability or colorless. I honestly don't know if we're supposed to bring this in to stifle different things or not. I think we literally bring this in and then go down like one copy of EI. Alright, this hand's a bit risky, but I do think we'll roll with it. Because we have the double preordain Swiftspear nonsense. Or preordain a couple of Swiftspears. Opponent is mulliganing to 4. Still wonder what card or cards. The only thing I can think of that's like a 1 mana something you'd care about. Maybe something like I can assume they have a second land. Okay. We very easily could die if we don't find a second land ourselves. So they can't currently cast a Cathartic Reunion. Oh, okay, sure. Alright, match number 3. Yeah, we'll keep this. Mirror match or Boros? Guess it could also... Looks like it's a mirror match. Okay, do you have a mutagenic growth? You do not. Was going to use the bolt, but then I realized that's probably about one of the only creatures in the deck that we're going to be able to kill with that, so... Play this out. This is one of the more... I wouldn't... absurd cards I've seen in a while. I would not be surprised to see this in Legacy at some point. Like, it's already seen play, obviously, Standard, Modern, and Pioneer. I would not be surprised if this finds a home in Legacy, too. Slick Shoddy. So I was hoping to go play a whole bunch of spells this turn and kind of do the broken stuff, but I'm going to hold up Bolt for Slick Shot, so we're just going to go ahead and hit our opponent for a little bit. Now the only card that can protect our opponent's Slick Shot from anything here is Mutagenic Growth. And while it's not unlikely that they have it, I don't know that we can play around it. I think it's one of those, you let them play the Slick Shot, you let them do their stuff, and then if they happen to go for it, and more power to them. Yeah, I'm fine with letting that die. Sure. Okay, trigger this, trigger that. See, when I first saw this card, you know, I didn't think of the absurd possibilities of like literally popping off with multiple of these and you know, just kind of making an army in a can. But having watched this sure. Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay, do we draw another spell? Not just any spell. The spell. Okay. That's a pretty good one. Army in a can. Such a dumb card. See, I'm pretty sure Okay, that still leaves you dead on board. So they might be on the older build with the Manamorphoses and such. I don't think the older builds were playing. Okay, we'll let them. Do their thing. Question is, do you bring in things like Magebane Lizard? You probably bring in Unholy Heats. Consigns, probably not. Pyroclasms are another card that you can conceivably bring in, but it's not the easiest to kill Prowess creatures. Meltdown, kind of whatever. I think it's possibly these four. And when I go down Lava Dart, since it doesn't kill anything, it does pump the team a whole heck of a lot, but they don't kill anything directly, so maybe these ones. Yeah, sand is pretty decent. Probably gets to play a one drop of some kind. I guess technically Lava Dart does kill DRC on turn one, but I don't know if that's enough of a reason to leave it in. Question is, do I use my only bolt on this? I do think that I do. They have Slick Shot, obviously we're in a bit of trouble. Shock it up, shock it in, let me begin. Okay, there's another DRC. DRC and me. Okay. Now, which card sets us up better to kill them out of nowhere? Cori Steel doesn't let them use their mana unless they brought in Consigns, which I think Consign is specifically colorless cards, so I'm just going to go ahead and jam Cori Steel and set that up. If they have something like Shatter or whatever, it's whatever. We're not beating that anyway, so probably trying to hold up Bolt or something. Nope, Lava Dart to the face. See, not a huge, like, I understand leaving in Lava Dart because it is effectively a free spell a lot of times, but I do kind of question its utility in some regards. Okay, sure. Sure. Opponent gets to push, what, 5 damage here? Besides the bolt. So we'll go to 12 and to 7. So we go to 6. I don't know that we can actually push lethal here. What would push lethal? So mutagenic is +5. Preordain's only +2, so that's 7, 8. Don't think we can do it, but yes. Bobble pushes an additional 3. Okay, they have an EI on top. 8. So 8 and +5. I can push 13. But I can't quite push lethal here. Drew one too many lands and being on the draw kind of got us there. Major bait on the draw is more of a trap. Or on the play, maybe. Maybe you're not supposed to bring that in on the play or the draw. Sand gets absolutely wrecked by a lava dart, but I do think we roll with it. Let's go fetch basic mountain, DRC go. Okay. At least they had to use an unholy heat on it. Not good on the land front. We've drawn a few too many of those. Especially in a 17 land deck. Okay. There is some small possibility we die here. It's possible I should have bottomed Bolt. Sure. Guess they're deciding if they're going to keep Swizzle Spear back or not. No blocks. Okay. Alright, we need some pretty lucky draws from here. Does not seem our opponent has any removal. So, and it doesn't seem to have any additional threats besides the Cori Steel last turn. So, I'm thinking Metamorphose is the first spell. Nope, Preordain. Okay. And maybe Metamorphose into other stuff. Express Federation will be our best draw. Yeah, it's Metamorphose. Metamorphose is weird. Oh, nope, just another Cori Steel. Got it. Sure. Pretty decent shot. We just flood out and die here. Opponent did not fetch. I think I definitely would have fetched end step there because there's not really a whole lot of difference between 4 and 5 in the Prowess mirror. 3 is a key number, 6 is a key number, but there's not really a lot of difference between 4 and 5 in terms of direct damage stuff. So that's certainly a card. Three, 2, 2, 1, 1. So 7 damage currently. And this is where if I were my opponent, I would have fetched last turn just to get another duel. Okay, so they exile a land. They have 3 basic mountains in their deck. I see. Yeah, Metamorphose was the final card.